Welcome back to my channel. I'm so sorry for how long it took me to get this video out, because I know a lot of people have been wanting me to explain to you how I passed the clinical sims. If you don't know, I'm a Florida A&M University graduate. I graduated on May the 1st, and I passed my clinical sims 2 months after I graduated. Yeah, I took it on July 1st. So I passed it 2 months after I graduated. It was a lot, but I got through it, and I'm so happy that I have my RRT, and I'm so happy that I am about to be able to work and all of that. Like I said, I'm so sorry for how long this video took. I'm not even gonna do too much editing at all on this video, because I just want to hurry up, get it out there, and help anyone that needs to pass their clinical sims. So I'm just gonna get right into it by telling you all what I used to study as far as books. For the books that I used this Kettering book that is for the TMC, and yeah, I used that Kettering book, and in the back they have the pathologies or whatever, and it kind of condenses it, so you don't have to read whole paragraphs and things like that. Another book I use, I don't have that with me right now because I did move some things to Orlando, which I am moving to, and that includes the disease book. I'm gonna add a picture of how that book looks, but yeah, I used that for the things that I felt like Kettering did not give. And I also used the Kettering clinical simulation book, which I also brought to Orlando, so I will post a picture of that. Okay, so as far as books, those are the books I used. I made Quizlets with those books. I just tried to make sure I knew every single detail. Like I said, every single detail of, not the disease book. You don't have to know every single detail of that, because it is, of course, really long on diseases. Like, the diseases are 10 pages, whereas in the Kettering book, the disease will be like a page and a half a page even. So yeah, that's what I did. Now, as far as systems that I use to practice the test, which is really good, you need to know all the practice tests. You need to be passing all the practice tests. I use Kettering. I bought Kettering tokens. If your school didn't use Kettering, I suggest you try to get Kettering, because it really helped. I also took Kettering practice tests right before I took the test, and the fact that I passed that showed me that made me feel comfortable enough to take the real exam. I also use Lindsey Jones. If your school does not use Lindsey Jones, I suggest buy it. I don't know if you all are on a budget, but it's really worth it if you get Lindsey Jones too, because Lindsey Jones gives you a teaching mode, and they teach you, they tell you what you did wrong, why it wasn't the best answer. They just really break it down for you. And Lindsey Jones has a lot of diseases on it, and it's also a really good system. The other two systems that I used was tutorial systems. I believe it's $24 a month for the clinical sims. Gives a lot of details, explains why the answer was wrong, why it was right. It's a really good system. It's $24 a month, and you can cancel it at any time. So yeah, tutorial systems is another good system that I use. And the last one is Jones and Bartlett, I believe it's called. We had that book during our whole time in school, and I used the Jones and Bartlett clinical sim practice, and that also helped. I would say that was the hardest one, to be completely honest with you. It was the hardest one in the clinical sims, but it did help. And like I said, all these practice tests, just keep doing them over and over and over and over and over and over again until you pass them completely. So just know them all, know their different ways, and just know all these diseases, and I promise you that will help you a lot. Okay, now as for the test, the tips that I used during the test is I wrote down everything. Meaning, when I say I wrote down everything, for example, for the information gathering, in the first paragraph, if they're like, okay, they had droopy eyelids, they had like a fever like in the last week, I wrote down everything so I wouldn't forget. And once I gathered the information, what I did is I still wrote down information like shortness of breath, their exact temperature, their ideal body weight. Writing down everything does take a little bit of time, but it really helps you because you need to like continuously see that information so you can not forget it, because it may come back later on in the simulation. So write down everything. It will help with decision making. If you just write down everything, analyze it, take your time. I can't stress that enough. Just take your time and write down everything. It may take longer, your hands may hurt, but guess what? At the end of the day, it will help you drastically. I tell all my friends to write down everything, and then my friends that did that said it really did help them. Analyze the situation, and if you get a wrong answer, do not be like, oh my gosh, this. No. The wrong answer, take a deep breath and then analyze the answers again. Process of elimination does help. Do not go crazy if you get one position disagreement. Like, you can still, you know, like don't make that give you anxiety or make you go crazy or anything. Just analyze the situation, write it down, use process of elimination, and you'll be good. Like, you'll be good. So to make this video not too long, I really just gave you all the tips that I use. I can't really, tell you anything else because these tips are honestly all that you need. Last thing is, don't panic or stress, because why? It's just gonna put you in a bad situation and make you have anxiety. So do not panic, do not stress. Before the test, I didn't study at all. I didn't review anything before the test. And the night before the test at 8 o'clock, I went to sleep. So don't stress yourself out. Take deep breaths. I did like meditation and looked up YouTube videos on how to like good meditation and yoga positions for your mind. So I'm saying all that to say, don't stress about it. You got it. Just believe in yourself. Take your time. Analyze these situations. Write them down. Use process of elimination. Don't overthink it. You got it. You got it. We've been learning respiratory for 2 years. Like, you got it. It's not as hard as they make it seem. It's going to be fine. But anyways, this video is done. So yes, sorry you all. I have my 4-year-old niece here with me, and she's just like stressing me out during this whole video. But that is it. That is all that I have for you all. Use these tips. I'm so excited for you all to tell me how you all do on the test. Subscribe to my channel. I will be making a TMC video, but I wanted to get this out the way because everybody's asking me about clinical sims. Yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel, and I'm gonna keep you all updated on like my jobs, me getting a job, and all the transitions that I'm having in my life. So yeah, stay tuned.